So, let's go back to the beginning. Tell the story about 2002 when you were 28 years old. What happened?
So I started at PricewaterhouseCoopers, got headhunted by a large second-tier accounting firm, and got to a director. And the next stage was to buy in, so a partnership. And I didn't buy in because I wasn't aligned with their values. They were putting all the clients into tree investments and vineyard investments and getting large commissions, and I couldn't do that. I said, I'm not going to do that. Anyway, told them my truth, and I got sacked on the spot. If you've never experienced shock, I went in shock. I went blind, deaf. I didn't even know how long I was in the boardroom when that happened. And they gave me a box. They said, get out. And it was a shock because I was running the whole business. I was at work, I gave it my all. Anyway, it was like an episode out of Jerry Maguire, I left and
got your box of stuff.
I was ringing and I went home to my wife, and I had a 1-week-old baby at that stage. So my wife thought, Paul's home to be with us, because I went straight back to work. And I said, yeah, honey, I'm home permanently. So, and then 8 weeks later, I started the business, and my PA, PA came, and she became the office manager and receptionist and gopher and did everything. And a friend of mine, so
a little tiny firm of 3 people.
3 people.
And did you take any clients with you?
I wasn't allowed to take clients, but clients started to come slowly because they made out that I was the worst person in the world to the clients. And I had about $80,000 in small I returns, like mum and dad tax returns.
1040s.
1040s.
Yep.
I had $80,000 worth of those, and I opened the doors.
And so really with 80 grand worth of fees, you couldn't pay the salaries of the other 2 people?
No. I'd sold 2 houses at the stage. I had money in the bank, about $500,000, and I went and rented back where mum and in the same suburb that I grew up in, and I went backwards, had a 1-week-old baby, and I took $150,000 out and invested in the business. And I didn't want to have pressure of money, so that was really important, and just service the hell out of the clients. Just focus on the clients. That's all I cared about. And I had a goal. It's actually the anniversary's in 6 more days for 14 years. And the first year I said, I'm going to just break even. I don't want to make any money. Let's just break even and service the client. And I think in that first year we made from November to June. Our year ends in June. So 8 months, we made $200,000 profit.
Okay, so you did much better than your plan.
Yeah, much better.
You were driven.
I was driven, but I wasn't doing 30 or 40 hours a week. I was doing 80 to 90 hours a week. Like I was the business.
Yeah, you're the business. You're the chargeable guy.
I was the guy.
All right. So then, you're building your business, and Newcastle is a town of 500,000 people.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a lot smaller than what we've got here in Dallas.
Mm.
You're building your business, and then you were, doing what you're doing, and then you went to, I think you were telling me this other day, this sort of seminar in Australia in 2006.
Yes.
And so basically your journey with us started 10 years ago, just like where your journey with us is starting today. That particular seminar, what was like the turning point, or what did you object to? What were some of the feelings on that particular day?
So I can't remember the lady who was here before, but she was putting her hand up, questioning Rob. I was the guy that stood up and said, you cannot bill up, you cannot price up front. I said, what are you talking about? You cannot do this. And all Rob said, just follow the structure, just be patient with me. I'll never forget it. And it truly, from that moment, it changed the whole business. It changed my mindset, it changed how I was doing it. This unethical, he said, billing
in
arrears is unethical. And it really hit home. And after that, I just started implementing. And slowly, every year, I would get better and better and better. Like Rob said, it doesn't happen overnight. But truly, you have so many quick wins from implementing the information. I would have paid, he doesn't know this, but he will now, and he can't back charge me. I would have paid 10 times the amount of our membership. Back then it was $25,000 a year, or $2,500.
About $2,000 a month back
then.
Yeah,
$2,000 a month.
And
I didn't know at the time.
That's for the coaching program, right?
Yeah.
Coaching program, yeah.
And I didn't know at the time, but from what I got benefit in the first month, just from value, pricing, staff efficiency, getting them to focus on certain things, it changed the whole mindset of the whole business. You know, we had about, back then I think maybe 7 to 10 staff, you know.
So very slim, there's a lot in the room with like that size, yeah.
7 to 10 staff,
yeah.
And it made me think bigger. I was a big thinker, and I thought I was a big thinker, and he made me think bigger. He said, "Wow," he made me think I could do this. It was possible to actually do this. Like some of the numbers that the numbers that I saw for you, I used to play with that model. It was my toy. Anytime I said, "Oh, what if I do this? And what if I do this?" And then I'd share it with the key players in the team. And he got their buy-in. They said, "Wow!" And then I'd share with them. You know, like it's about helping your staff. I actually went on the journey. I never used. This is a big one, Rob. I didn't tell you this. I never used the word practice ever again after I went to his seminar.
We talked about that this morning.
I hear that, and I wrote it down in my book to say I've got to tell these people, you are not, and I'm one of you, so he's not one of us. So I never use the word accounting practice. It's inefficient. It's archaic. It's the old way. So I said to Rob the other day that this movement or this disruption or this is coming. There's no two ways about it. Within 24 months, there'll be so many members in US, UK, Canada. There's already Australia's done. You'll either, and then you will join. It's just whether you're joining too late. It's you just get to build, make profits, implementing efficiencies, and like you said, it's a 3-year process. I've been doing it for 14 years. I met you probably...
It was 10 years ago.
10 years ago.
I think you joined the coaching program in 2008. 8 years ago, yeah.
I'm still doing the things today. I'm still implementing because I'm better. Like to get to the profit level we are, it doesn't happen overnight. I was the guy that, he started saying the $1 million firm. And I'm thinking, $1 million firm?
$1 million profit firm.
$1 million profit. And I'm thinking, I thought I was really doing well. I was making 600,000, 700,000. And then this guy made me just think bigger. Got to $1 million. I thought, wow, what's possible? So I just kept going, implementing. And even today, I don't know if you showed him the strategy map.
Yeah, I did, yeah.
That strategy map, I blew it up. Not A3, like I blew it up. It was on the wall. And that would be my whole implementation program. And I would use that and work that and use the tools. And one thing I didn't have these tools.
No,
so this e-learning, I don't have that. So I can't do the whole pricing and put all staff through the training. I'd have to do it manually, and it was tedious. So what he's created now is it's life-changing. Like I was thinking before, we do accountants to have these specialised advisory tools and services. We are very lucky. I can't think of any industry, architecture, real estate, to have this specialisation. We're truly lucky. So yeah.
So Paul, last year your firm won a pretty cool award. We were actually finalists. You'd actually win the top goal. So out of all businesses in Australia that went into a national competition about the best place to work, you got 3rd.
Yes.
Right. So what are you doing? Because the team has now grown from 6 or 7 when I first met you. It's now got 55, right? And so you've got a decent sized firm now, still growing. What are you doing to be this best place to work, 3rd best place to work in Australia, out of all businesses?
Yeah. When Paul spoke about the Start With Why, Simon Sinek, you got to get the book. So the TED Talk is phenomenal. Then get the book. I have 1,000 copies in my office. I give it to every new client. That changed our life. So we are very clear on our why and our vision. So every staff member knows why we're there for, and what the commercial vision for the next.
And just on that, if you go to sidcore.com.au, that's his website, you'll see that on his website as well.
Simon Sinek's, like, as you scroll down, it's the 3 circles: why, how, what. We got super clear on that, on the why, on the vision, our values. We have 5 core values. You'll see them all over the web. How we be every day, how we service the client, how we show up. And in accounting, I don't know what it's like in the US. It is hard to get good staff. Is it hard in the US? Yeah. If you get vision, and like kids, who's got children? Anyone got children? I have 4 children. Once you get in the car and you go, kids, we're going on holiday, and you start driving, the first thing they're going to ask is, where are we going? The staff are the same. They want to know where we're going. They want to know how we're meant to show up, and they put their hand up and go, how do I, what's my role in this vision? It truly changed the game. And to get third best place to work, it's like the Forbes magazine, your
Fortune or Forbes?
Fortune,
Yeah.
your Fortune magazine, it's the BRW there. And it was one of our visions to be the most engaged accounting business in Australia. And look, we have pool tables, air hockey tables, table tennis is the biggest one. Table tennis competitions happening all through lunch, but that doesn't make staff happy. They're just bonuses. They want to know, they want a leader to step up, us as accountants, to tell them where we're going and how we're going to be.
And you're not just keeping all the profit for yourself. You told the Atlanta group the other day, you're actually doing things for them as well. Talk to them about that.
Yeah. So we don't have any partners. There's no opportunity for people to become a partner in our business. I made that very clear early. It's a corporate model. And you go, how do they stay? So we came up with this. We came up with this really cool way: above the line, below the line. So if you're below the line, you're a staff member that's not above the line. So what that means is you're not a bad employee. It's just level where you are. You get a salary, a wage, and you'll also get bonuses based on your revenue in the group. The more profit I make, the more I can help my team, my clients. I can give back more. It's not about material things. It's about experiences and helping your team. It's our right. We have to make more money. And I want to share one more thing. When you talk about us building a business, this is why. The first slide you put on, you said today, why are we here? And I wrote one down for me. If we don't build great businesses, how the hell are we going to get respect or even advice, clients to come to us and say, help me in my business? So my biggest tool in getting new clients is telling them what I've done in my business. So we have to build better businesses. It's not about charging them more, it's about adding massive value. If you can add massive value to them, they will never leave you and they will give you the referrals. Rob didn't know this the other day. I only got a website 4 years ago. I only got a website. It had under construction for 10 years. 10 years. 98% of our clients is just word of mouth. If you do good for someone, they will tell 10 people. 10 people. It was massive. Now, the website, if you look, please go and have a look at it. It's so centric about getting staff, not about clients. It gives credibility, but it's all about staff. For me, I can't explain it. It was amazing.
It's been an awesome journey.
It has. It truly has, and I'm excited about it. I'm excited about business. Our typical clients are small to medium businesses. They're the ones that need the most help. They don't. My why is about growing to my potential. So I want to change the lives of small to medium business owners by helping them grow into their potential. Because I believe that mum and dads, me being one of them, and business owners, you being one of them, live their life and identity through their business. So if I can help them build a better business, I can change their life. It's simple as that. And they're the backbone of an economy. They get the least amount of support. We have to support them. That's why his cause, I love it. Rob, through accountants, gets to change the world. Truly, we touch these people, which has tentacles to their kids, to their families, to mum and dads, everyone. It's amazing. And even like being here, I just saw him. Where were we? Atlanta, and in here today. Again, just listening to it again and again, you pick up one little idea that I'll implement that just changes the whole business again.
Talk to them about Tony Robbins and your relationship with Tony.
Do you know who Tony Robbins is? Oh, yep. Yes, I'm in a platinum program. I joined a platinum program 6 years ago, so I travel with him and 100 other people around the world. I just came back from India, and I partnered up with him to do accounting. So I travel 4 events a year: Vegas, Florida, Australia, and UK, and I speak about accounting. And I represent the US firms, I represent the UK and Australia, but we get the Australian clients. And it truly changed my life. We get to help clients. We start with tax always. So I always start with helping the clients pay the least amount of tax legally possible. That's where I start. If you're a new client and you said, how much is it to work with you? I say, I don't know. Give me all your information for the last 2 to 4 years and we'll do a free review. Tell me, how many times do you think I have found, out of all the reviews I've done in 14 years, every client overpaid tax? Every client, or was incorrectly structured. Every client. Are you ready for the sickening part? 76% of them paid double the tax they should have. And by law, as you know, you can go back 2 to 4 years because it's all self-assessment. That's where we start. Once you get the tax sorted, because they all want to pay the least amount of tax, then you focus on CFO services. So we call, this awesome 8, we have Super 7 on our website. You'll see it all there. Go and have a look. You can copy it, duplicate it, do whatever you need to do. Because the other thing, we're not in competition. There are so many clients out there. We are not in competition. You aren't in competition with each other. That's why I love the forum, the community. I would pick the brain of an accounting firm going, this is the issue I'm going through. Have you dealt with it? Oh yeah, we had this issue. This is how we dealt with it. It's truly, truly empowering to have a mastermind. That's why I joined the Platinum Group with Tony Robbins.
Yep.
I wanted to play at a high level with 150 people from around the world. Rob has created this for us with accountants. Go and play at a high level with firms that are doing better than you. So if I was playing, who's the best tennis player at the moment?
Andy Murray or no?
Nadal or
yep.
Djokovic. If I was playing him in tennis, who's going to become a better tennis player? I will. So if you start playing with a firm that's better, then you get to reap all the rewards. Go and find someone who's done it and replicate it, duplicate it. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. That's what these guys did. It just accelerated beyond. And even now, I'm still building every day. Like I'm probably 70-80% of where I want to be from a business. But that's the beauty. You don't just stop. It's about you make more profit. You get to help more people and less time. Like truly, I would do. I think you asked me the other day how much chargeable time. I truly probably am doing. Actually, I saw the budget the other day. Out of $12 million, my fees that I generate is $500,000.
So what's that? Less than 10%?
It's 6%.
No. Yeah.
Whereas before, truly, 5 years ago, 6 years ago, every job went through me. Every job didn't leave the office before I checked it. But then implementing systems, implementing process, it just happened. And then...
So Paul, when you were like this group on your first program with us, which is, I think it was a one-day seminar, whatever it was called back then.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
And then you went into the coaching program in 2008, and we had no resources. If we had, because you've seen what we've got, and you're now using it, right? Because it took us years and millions of dollars to build that.
Yeah.
If just go back over, if you had that back then, what do you think might have happened?
It just would have happened faster. So the implementation of the team, to put the team through value pricing and training.
Yep.
The other thing, this gives you leverage to get staff. So now we use this as another tool to go look at what we have from a training perspective of showing you how we are different to other accounting firms. The e-learning place is phenomenal. Truly, truly, to use that content for us and then for clients. We didn't have that. It would just have made things a lot faster. So yeah.
Final question.
Yep.
Right, final question, because we've got a couple of things to do, then we need to finish by 5 as promised. Final question is, a lot of these people here, it's their first interaction.
Mm-hmm.
What would you advise them to do?
For the $1,500 a month, which works out 16 grand a year, it is a no-brainer. It is like the simplest and most leverageable way you can get tools and advice to build a real accounting business that literally in the first, if you don't pay for it in 1 month, you're doing something wrong. Not only pay for it times 10. It only takes one client to value build or one training program for 10 staff to go, because they're looking for opportunities. It's not just about me, because it used to be all me. I would join. You have nothing to lose. I don't gain anything. This is about me giving back. It changed my life. 3 people changed my life. Rob, Tony Robbins, and my CEO. And I'm here with clients in New York and LA, and I thought, let's come along. And
you flew from India for this.
I know.
You're in India, Toronto, then into Atlanta.
Yeah. So I'm giving back to you guys. It truly is life changing. I'm hoping that please reach out to me. I'd love to hear your journey, and you look back in 10 years and being on the stage going, this is what it did for me. Yeah.
Please thank Paul Siderovski.